Okay, hello. So we are here in Odessa in the south of Ukraine on the shores of the Black Sea. We've been here for 3 weeks and I know it's been a long time since I've posted a video, and that's because I'm burnt out. I don't feel like doing anything for like the first time ever in my life, and that is just not how I expected to feel at the end of this first year of traveling full-time. We have had a great year. Like I can look back and we've met some amazing people and had some really unique and amazing experiences, but it's been really tough. Yeah, I feel unsatisfied and like I don't have a lot to show for all the seemingly at the time necessary, but in hindsight now unnecessary stress and pressure that I put myself under. So that doesn't feel great. And I feel disappointed that I let this year come to that. You know, one of the reasons that I sold the business and we decided to live this lifestyle was to have a less stressful life and to be more in control of it and how we spent our time. But that has proven to be the opposite. What I've learned is that selling my business, which I thought the stress was attached to, was not the problem. The stress was attached to me. I had that realization pretty early on in the trip in Morocco.
Just because you leave what seems like the stressful physical environment doesn't mean that you're all of a sudden carefree and worry-free, that you've got to create new habits.
But living that and knowing it are two very different things. And so I didn't give myself the time to figure out how to build new habits and live in a different way. We just jumped right into building. It began in Salzburg. I knew it was going to take a long time to build a meaningful audience, and I was totally okay with that. But what that then made me think was that I needed to start now. I needed to start ASAP so that in 2 years, then we would actually have something. And the longer we waited, the longer it would take to have something. So that's what we did. We jumped right in. I've never made a video before. I'd never really watched YouTube, and that seemed okay to me. That didn't scare me, because when I started my store, when I started Grey Rock, I was in the same position. I didn't know anything about running a business, but I loved that, figuring that out, and it was successful. So I thought that this would be the same, but it has not been. No matter how hard I worked, I just wasn't able to move the needle, it would seem. And that resiliency and hard work has always been kind of my superpower, maybe, that gets me through things, but it didn't seem to matter on this. And as the year went on and I felt more frustrated but wasn't really aware of it, I just put more pressure on myself, which made things worse. And what I've realized is that the reason it made things worse is because it made me much less relaxed on camera, and it felt pressure. I don't know, I keep saying that word, but I can't think of anything better. To perform, and then you lose your personality, and that doesn't come through, and it's not authentic, and you're stiff, and that just is not the kind of videos that I want to make or was trying to make. But it certainly is the kind of video I made. And maybe that's a good thing for me. In fact, I think it probably is, that to be successful at this, I need to be relaxed and not put pressure on. That's a good lesson that I definitely need to learn. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base and let everybody know what was up and what they can expect in the future, although I don't really know what that is, so I guess that's it, I don't know. We have a house sit coming up in Bulgaria, which is in 6 weeks, so we're just going to spend the next 6 weeks traveling Moldova and Romania and exploring and traveling the way that we set out to travel. I started learning Spanish this year online and stopped that because I felt I didn't have time. So that's what we're going to do, is just do things that we want to do for the next 6 weeks until we get to this house sit, and then reevaluate there. I might feel like making a video before then, who knows, but there is no pressure I'm putting on myself. Joel is enjoying writing at the moment, so he is going to aim to put out a blog about once a week in terms of what you can expect. But I feel a little guilt around deciding to not post a while, because I feel like we've promised to Patreon members in our community kind of that, you know, you can expect something once a week from us in video format, and that won't be the case and hasn't been. So we're going to look at pausing Patreon for a couple months, because I don't think it's fair to take your money, because you're not, I mean, I'm not making anything for you. So Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that I'm able to figure out how to approach this with a different state of mind and not feel burnout and just enjoy my life, whatever that is. So we will be posting on social media, so you can follow us there. And that's it for me. I am going to go do something not very stressful and that I want to do, like learning Spanish. Adios, amigos.